Good blessed Tuesday morning, June the 16th, 2026, time being about 9:55 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say, do, nor produce. That's your prerogative. Always remember, you have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution, of freedom of press, of freedom of speech, a freedom to protest, a freedom to gather, and a freedom to associate, as long as you do it all in a peaceful and non-violent manner. Now, if you are a felon, you probably want to check with your local law enforcement officials to see whether or not you violating any rules or regulation or any type of laws. If you're on probation or parole, you want to do the same thing to make sure you're not violating any rules or regulations of the parole and probation office. Now, I'm over here in Sikeston, Missouri, Mississippi, or Scott County, rather. Sikeston, Missouri, Scott County. I'm in between Danny Auto Sales and the Sikeston, Missouri Police Department. I believe they located on, what is that, Main Street out there in, Main or Malone, one of the two, in I believe, Kings Highway. I'm up here to do a follow-up on the death of a 44-year-old black male by the name of LLOYD GILMORE, who was in the custody of the Sikeston, Missouri Police Department. And for some reason, he went unresponsive, and then he was pronounced dead, according to them, at the police station. At the hospital. But I want to try to make something make sense now. I looked at this one video of that individual by the name of Chris, I believe it's K-R-I-S, Marshall, made. It was like about 1 minute and 4 seconds. Videoing a group of Sikeston, Missouri police officers right across the street from the Sikeston, Missouri Police Department in the back of Danny's Auto Sales. He said he witnessed for 10 minutes, he witnessed these police beating a black man, kicking him while he handcuffed, stomping him and things like that there for 10 minutes. And he said he realized he didn't have his phone. And he said he went down the street to his house to retrieve his phone. I don't know where he lived, don't want to know where he lived, don't know how far away he lived, but he said when he came back, he started videoing. Now, I didn't see LLOYD GILMORE or nobody else but size police in this video, but it was a group of police. It looked like 6 to 8 or maybe more. It was a van, and you could see the van taking off. I don't know. He said that's all he was able to get, 1 minute and 4 seconds. And he said this is where the police was beating this guy. If what he said is true, then the police need to explain how did LLOYD GILMORE get away from the police, Sikeston, Missouri Police Department, right across the street, handcuffed, because they said he came into the station and assaulted him. But we're going to go over there now. They should have cameras outside and inside the police station. Inside the lobby, they should have video coverage, audio video coverage on the outside and the inside. And I'm going to see if Danny Auto Sales have anything around here. But this is what I'm telling the people that's doing a legitimate complaint, NAACP and whoever else, because some of these other guys that's talking about they tired of marching, they tired of what black folks was doing for the last 50 years, saying that they feet hurt from marching. They too young to even been able to march. You see what I'm saying? Some of them don't even look like they in physical health to march. But if you tired of marching, set your ass down somewhere and get out of the way, because it ain't about you. It's about Lloyd Gilmore's and his mother and his family. It ain't about you. Ain't nobody asking you to march. Go do what you want to do. The guy with the bullhorn. You talking about after police. Police station, you know where it's at, because I'm right here. If you don't, you'll be able to find it. Get up there and tell them to after a police. And then those of y'all that came down after the last event on the 11th of June at Lincoln Park in Sikeston, Missouri, when y'all left from the park up there, you know, take a look at your video real good. 20 of y'all asking the police question, and the police is not in his hands anymore. It's in the State Highway Patrol hands. And see, they had already, the news and already made statements saying what happened. They can't retract it. And I'm going to show y'all what they said don't make sense if what Chris Marshall's saying is true. Hopefully he's telling the truth. But let's go take a look, y'all.
The police, all of them right there, beat the shit out of one black man while he was handcuffed, being stumped in his face, and tased at the same damn time. I didn't have my phone at the time. I had left my phone at the crib down the street. But I came back, and this was the aftermath right here. So I just wanted y'all to, shit, I guess shit, just catch the end with me. Shit, this the end and it's over with now. But man, I just whooped this man for like 10 minutes on the ground, bro. I don't know what he did. I can't say what he did because I missed that part. I just saw the nigga running, and I saw them whooping his ass. And he was already cuffed and shit, man. It was a black man, so I figured I'd come back and get my camera. I just missed everything, though. I apologize, y'all. But yeah, this type of shit we got to deal with down here in the hood, man.
Now this is where Chris Marshall was taking the video. If you look at the video that I'm gonna put on, you can see the streets the way it's tore up. So I'm assuming he lived somewhere near around here. He said he stood right here. This is Danny. This is the back of Danny's auto sales. But this is where Chris Marshall was standing somewhere out here in the street. He had to be, I believe, across the street, because when you look at his video, you can see these little patched up things in the street here. And he took a video here. I'm doing this here because KFVS 12 don't do it. Those that don't know, I'm R, Raymond Research and Recovery. My YouTube video channel, Raymond Ivy YouTube video channel, I don't get paid. I could get paid, but I don't want to get paid because this is my mission. I'm an activist and I'm an ambassador of God, and I speak up for the voiceless. I go places where other people don't want to go, or other people's go when they being paid. I don't get paid for this here. But you can see how close the police station is. You see what I'm saying? I'm finna walk down there now. Now see, I have a lot of other things on my plate. My son being hung March the 9th, 19th, 2021 in Carbondale, Illinois. I believe the police department had something to do with it, and other people had something to do with it. I've been protesting, me and my two youngest daughters. They going on 20 and 21 now. But anyway, we protest by ourselves with a few other people in Carbondale, but nobody else. One individual from the NAACP that's in Carbondale, and the one individual that is the state conference president here in the state of Missouri. That's who Lloyd Gilmore mother and Mark Wiggins need to contact. Nimrod Chapel, friend of mine. He's an attorney and he's the NAACP, unless they done change it, he's the NAACP state conference president. That means he's the president of all NAACP presidents in the state of Missouri. But this is the police station. Y'all see how close the police station is from where this guy Chris Marshall said he, yeah, the street is Malone, y'all. That's Malone out there. Let me see if I can. Yeah, this is Malone, and I believe this is King Highway. Yeah, this is King Highway, and this other street here, it looked like it's Greer. This is Greer where Chris said he seen them beating them. But let's go take a look at the police station here. Let's go over here and take a look at the police station. Let me cross over. Let's see. I'm sure they have. This is the address of the police station, y'all. 201 South Kings Highway. All right, let's take a close look here. It looks like that's a camera right there. You see the little black thing? It looks like a camera. I don't know if this is a camera. Yeah, that looks like a camera right there. That looks like a camera right there. So if he came inside of here, let me go inside here, y'all. How you doing? I was gonna ask, do they have cameras inside of here in case, like, if I came in here and somebody jumped on me, would you all be able to see it? Okay, do they have audio too?
I believe so.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. And they got cameras outside because some people said they come in and people are trying to intimidate them. They just wanted to make sure.
So then, can I ask why you're filming me?
Well, no, I'm doing a story. You know how, like, when KFBS 12 come in, I'm an activist. It's nothing against you. Hey, I've been here and talked to you before, and you always, you 100. I'm videoing the scene because sometimes you only have one story, and I needed to know whether or not people can hear. Yeah, that's all. You can see upstairs too.
Yeah, upstairs like in dispatch.
Right. I've been upstairs too, because I come in with people that turns themselves in. My name is Raymond Ivy. You probably done seen me before. I've been here with you, talking to you before. Matter of fact, not too long ago, I came in here to make a complaint because some lady's dog was chasing after you. Remember? And you and the sergeant helped me. I just wanted to check the scenery out. It's nothing against you. You a lady. All over. So can't nobody say that it didn't happen. You a lady and a scholar. Don't let nobody tell you different. And happy belated Mother's Day to you. And God bless. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, y'all. Just heard this audio in the inside and the outside. So if Lloyd came in here on the 10th of June 2026 and assaulted the police, they have cameras here. I've been upstairs too because I came with a guy who was they accused of murder, and his family asked me to come in with him, and I told him to plead the fifth, and they let him go at the time. And they didn't like the fact he pleaded the fifth. But I just want to let everybody know, when I do this here, I don't look down on all police, just like the lady at the desk. She asked me why I was filming her, and I told her it wasn't nothing, and she remembered, because I came up in here a lot. All police ain't bad, y'all. And then just because they white, that don't mean they wrong, because I done seen some bad white and black police. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if that's one of them now, but I just want to give y'all a good idea here now. If I know when they was out there protesting, they said it was some women up there in the windows up there laughing. Let them laugh, y'all. You know what I mean? But they, it's a saying, ain't no fun when the rabbit get the gun. During hunting seasons, The rabbit is afraid for his life, but if the rabbit get the gun and at the hunter ain't laughing no more. But you know, this is no joking manner. This ain't no time to act ignorant. You see what I'm saying? This is a time to think. Malcolm X said, when the mind is a weapon, you're never unarmed. You know, and some of y'all talking about the 50 years that we've been marching. But let me tell you something. You know, I'm not Marcus Garvey, but Frederick Douglass said, without a struggle, there would be no progress, y'all. You got to struggle. I done been through a lot, y'all. And let me tell y'all this here. We can't just complain. When I say we, I'm talking about black folks. You can't just complain when a white police kill a black or white police do something to a black. You got blacks out here doing the blacks. I've been assaulted a couple of times in Charles, Missouri by blacks. And I ain't had nobody protest with me. A lot of people don't like because I speak up against anybody. I don't care what color you is. But back to this here. Now, if he did what they said he did, now they can't take it back because they said he came up in here into this station. You see, it's a camera there. Camera there. The lady just told us it got cameras all up here on the second floor. I've been up there where they interrogated the little young guy that I went with his parents to turn him in. When we went inside of them double doors, the lady said it's audio and everything in there and upstairs. So if LLOYD Gilmore went in here, y'all got to get time to get them cameras. It's a thing that's called FOIA. FOIA. Freedom of Information Act. You file for it, it's free. It's not much to put on there, just your name, your information. You see what I'm saying? And tell them what you want. You want them body cams. You want everything to show when he went in there. Then, if it's true what they said, I'm reading a lot of articles where the Sikeston, Missouri police is saying certain things. Well, let me turn it around, y'all. But let me get back down to this here. But we see what's going on here. It's plenty of information to be gotten from those cameras, y'all. This is a little scratch for a man that came in there and assaulted the police. Y'all remember that's Malone, and this is King Highway. You remember the address of the police station. And those of y'all that's trying to get justice, especially the family, don't let these guys, you see what I'm saying? Talking about what YNs do it. YNs don't do nothing but hurt other black folks. I ain't never seen no YNs attacking nobody but black folks. You see what I'm saying? To each his own. But don't let these other people saying they tired of marching. They ain't got to march with you. You see what I'm saying? They ain't got to march with you. You see what I'm saying? Let them know that they can go where they want to go. And let the people know. Get on social internet and let the people know these people is not with me. You see what I'm saying? These people is not with me. I done been through this before. I've been protesting about my son's death since 2021. 5 years. And some of y'all said, well, you ain't getting no justice. They tried to say he committed suicide, but I know he didn't. I know he didn't hang himself because the position they was in. But see, I got a big folder, y'all, big old folder of everything, videos and everything, because I went the right way. I went down to City Hall, to the city council meetings, me and my young daughters, and demanded this here. But you got to demand it in a particular way. You see what I'm saying? Here's the thing right here where the guy said. Now, if he's telling the truth, I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, but if he ain't telling the truth, they need to lock his behind up. But if he is, he got pertinent information. This is nothing to play with. But you see how close that is? I'm gonna leave y'all with this here. I showed y'all enough information. They go to police there, y'all. They trying to, that's police right there. Just, they trying to see what I'm doing. But I gave y'all enough information what to do now. I can't tell you how to do it. But first thing you want to do is get them cameras. You can't get them right now because it's still an investigation. You can't force them to do it. And then get an attorney. Contact Mark Wiggins. Get with LLOYD Gilmore's mother. and his daughter, y'all got to be on one accord. Contact Nimrod Chapel. He's an attorney, and the last I knew, he was the Missouri State Conference president, which he's the president of all the NAACP in the state of Missouri. If you can't get him, get an attorney that you don't have to pay no money up front. You need a civil attorney, a civil rights attorney. And when you get them, what you got to do, you got to let them work. You work with them and you got to let them work. You see what I'm saying? You can't have all these other people talking about what they is, getting on their bullhorns, and then they coming in these talking about in the name of Jesus and having church service, and then pastors getting on the out here talking about, can all the pastors come to let them see how many pastors here. Well, I don't care if it's 10 of y'all. What you doing? Is you contributing any money to try to help this lady get a private pathologist? Is y'all trying to help them? And that's what she gonna need. You're gonna need a private pathologist to do. You don't want to bury your son until you get another coroner or medical examiner, pathologist to do a autopsy, especially if they come back and say it's not homicide. Now just follow my guidelines on this here. I showed you from Danny's, the back of Danny's auto sales, what Chris Brown said he seen him beat him for 10 minutes, but he didn't video it. He didn't have his camera, but he went home and got it. Came back and videoed about a minute and 4 seconds of all the police there. I don't know if that's the same one, but how did he get from there? And then they said he came in there and assaulted the officers. Remember this. He came in there and assaulted the officers. Then they handcuffed him. Then he got combative. Then he got unresponsive. Now this was losing me, because I'm a EMT instructor and a CPR instructor. You see what I'm saying? Formal, retired, did it for years before some of them was probably even born. But now how or when did he actually die? You said he came in there and attacked it, y'all. The camera should show that. You handcuffed him, they should show that. He went unresponsive. The camera should show when he went unresponsive. But this where y'all lose me at. He went unresponsive. You see what I'm saying? And the EMTs came, or the paramedics came, and he was pronounced dead at the police, at the hospital. What did the EMT and paramedics do when he was unresponsive? Was they able to get a pulse? What did they do? It should show what they did. Something ain't right. But before I come to my conclusion, I would have to see all that. But something ain't right. Either Chris Marshall is lying or the police is lying. Peace be still. I just like to add this here. When I had just ended my my video, a man pulled up. Well, he was sitting there while I was, a female was sitting across the street in the alley, and a man was on the same side of Danny's auto in the gravel. And when I stopped at my video, and he asked me, can I come here for a minute? And he asked me, can I come in his truck? And he happened to live in the neighborhood. And me and him talked a little bit, and I know some of the people that he know, and he happened to be white. And these is people that help individuals that get locked up for drugs and stuff. These is people that volunteer and help people do things that I do. And he showed me, he said, I want to show you my doorbell Ring camera, which is in the area of where LLOYD Gilmore, according to Chris Marshall, was being beaten and stomped by some police. And even though his doorbell Ring camera didn't reach all the way over there, he would just wanted to let me know where he live at. And I'm trying to see if he lived that close to Danny's auto, in the back of Danny Auto Sales, where do Chris Marshall live? Because if he watched for 10 minutes, I ain't saying he's not telling the truth, but if he watched for 10 minutes and he realized he didn't have his phone then, and he went to his house to get his phone, and he came back and was able to video 1 minute and 4 seconds showing nothing but police, how far did he have to go down? And where do he actually live at? Because, like I said, the man, he showed me his ring camera, because he, like me, he don't want nobody to unnecessarily start some chaos when something may not be right, but it's an investigation going on. I can't tell nobody how to do it, but you can't make a investigation to progress. If you want the investigation to go, you want them to, do it the right way. But even if you don't agree with the Illinois State Police, you're going to have to wait. The Missouri State Highway Patrol, you're going to have to wait until that's over with. You see what I'm saying? Whatever happened in the police department, those body cams that the police had, all of them should be able to show something. The police station should be able to show something. And if what Chris Marshall saying is true, if the police beat him over there, and then they said, the news people, and they got the highway patrol saying in news releases that he was combative, and he came in the police station at headquarters and assaulted the police. All of this, Freedom of Information, anybody can get them. They call it the Freedom of Information Act. It's free. You see what I'm saying? Jane, I ain't going to even say that. But, you have to have somebody organized doing this here. You can't have 7 different groups going up there saying different things or being radical. You see what I'm saying? To each his own. Some of y'all may say I'm soft. I ain't soft. I'm far from soft. You see what I'm saying? I use my head. I done been through this before. I've been doing this over 40 years. I've been doing it down in Southeast Missouri for 30 years. And it seemed like Harriet Tubman said, I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if I could only convince them they were slaves. I could have been helping a lot of other people in the 30 years if I can convince them I'm not their enemy. Most of the people that attack me are black people. But you got good black people, you got good white, you got good all nationalities. But somebody got to have some sense. Martin Luther King said, somebody got to have some sense in this world. And the only way that you going to get this here done the right way is those that you, that say you tired of marching, then you ain't got to march. You talking about a GoFundMe. You get some money to help the lady to get an attorney or a pathologist. You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all I done did research. You talking about you tired of marching, but you ain't marching. You over there in Sikeston selling dope. Peace be still. If the shoe fit, wear it. I just wanted to show some of the people that may think I'm just talking about when I'm speaking about what the paramedics did. I know what they should do. I ain't just talking about it. Right there, I was getting my license and certificate, being awarded for passing the CPR and EMT instructors courses. I didn't just take the test and talked about it. I taught it. I didn't just take the test and talked about it, scoring high grades, but I did it. I did it on the streets. Saved lives. Now I'm an activist, ambassador of God, dispatched to enemy territory to speak up for the voiceless people. just like he sent Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. Peace be still. It's my type of work, y'all. Saving lives.